Okay, I just came from the store and I grabbed a couple things here. A couple crowns of broccoli and a couple cans of chicken. Doesn't really matter which one you get. It's chicken breast and it's a pop top, easy to open. This one has 19 grams of protein. And this one, the Great Value from Walmart, has 13 grams of protein. Not quite as good as the other one. 380 milligrams of sodium. This one has 370. So this one's a little better choice. So I'm just gonna use one can. It doesn't really matter which can you use. I'm gonna use this can and we're gonna get started. And over here, I have some onions and bell peppers. I always chop up some onions and bell peppers at the beginning of the week. That way I don't have to prep the food. I can just take them straight out, grab a handful and throw them in, and I'm ready to go. Makes my prep so much faster. And then I can have a fresh meal. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we're just gonna clean off this crown of broccoli. Just a real quick spray off before we get ready to chop it up and throw it on the pan. And that's real quick. And then just break it up. Okay, first turn the stove on, just a little over medium. Next, I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil in here. You can use the spray or whatever you want to choose. I like to use a little bit of oil. It's a little canola oil. All right, get the whole bottom of the pan. Then I'm gonna grab some of my vegetables that I already have here, pre-cut, make it simple. Then I'm gonna take my broccoli that I just broke up and throw that in here with it. Then I'm gonna mix these up a little bit together and let this cook for a little bit. Let these vegetables start getting a little bit soft. And this doesn't take long. This you can kind of just do by eye. I always just do it by eye. Let them soften up a little bit. Shouldn't take more than a few minutes. You don't want to turn the stove on too high back there because then it'll just burn it in certain areas. So that's why I like to put it just a little bit higher than medium and let it sit a little longer. But it still shouldn't take longer than a few minutes, maybe like 2 minutes or so, 3 minutes to soften up. Okay, I have a little bit of balsamic vinegar here. We're gonna put just a little bit, couple little drops, not much. Next, I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic powder in here. A little bit of garlic powder. You put it as much as you want to put in, whatever fits your taste. I like a lot of vegetables, so I put a little bit of garlic, a little more garlic than most probably. Next, I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon pepper. This is more for the chicken that I'm getting ready to put on. It's not coming out very good. And then a little bit of paprika. Give it a little brown coloring. All right, then I'm gonna mix them up a little bit. Doesn't take long. You can feel it with the spatula as they start to soften. It's like a stir fry. Now that it's getting a little soft, I'm gonna go ahead and open this pop top can and dump this water out. Get rid of all that water. That'll help eliminate a lot of that sodium as well. That sodium is to preserve it when it's in the can. Let's see, those are starting to get good and soft now. So I always pre-cook the vegetables before I put the meat in, because they need a little bit more time to soften up. You can cook them all together, but I prefer to cook the vegetables first. And then I just dump the chicken in like that. Chop it up a little bit. We're gonna mix this up now. That chicken in that can is already pre-cooked, so it doesn't need a lot of time. Doesn't actually need to be cooked. It's more of like a warm up. The vegetables are just the ones that need to be cooked so that they can soften up a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't take long at all. It's barely been in there a minute. And the chicken is already browning. Oh yeah, look at that. Seasoning soaking into the chicken. And you can play with it, add different seasonings that you want. But this is just a low sodium seasoning that I added in. Keeps it a little more healthy. And it's almost done. All right, and we're finished. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off and let it finish simmering out. This is done. Oh yeah, it's good and soft. Looks like a real good stir fry. All right, let's pull this off of the stove. And if I'm gonna eat it right at the moment, a lot of times I'll put it into a plate. But because I'm not gonna eat this right now, I like to have these little plastic plates because I can just put them in here and I can eat it. I can take it with me and eat it for lunch tomorrow or any other time that I feel like I want to eat if I'm on the go. And it saves me from going to a fast food place and eating some junk. So if you can find a little Tupperware or a little plastic plate like this right here goes a long way to help you get into shape. Avoid those carbs, avoid all the rice and pasta and bread and potatoes, grits, all those high glycemic carbohydrates. Something as simple as this, just throw it in the microwave and warm it up and you have a quick, fast meal ready to go. All right, I'm gonna seal this up and then put it up in the refrigerator. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy the recipe. If there's something you'd like to see me make a video about, leave me a comment down below. If you enjoyed this meal, let me know how it works for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that thumbs up button. And I'll see you the next time I make another video.